The first sentence. He's been stripped naked and mocked. He's been beaten and abused, spat on and struck, then nailed to a cross. Now imagine the scene. Jesus, who has endured such pain and suffering, looks down from the cross. And what does he see? Roman soldiers gambling for his clothing, the criminals on the crosses either side of him, the religious leaders mocking him, and the crowd who had bayed for his blood now joking at his expense. Jesus opens his parched mouth and speaks. He speaks one sentence pregnant with such meaning, pregnant with such hope, providing a revelation of who Jesus is and what Jesus' death accomplished. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Surrounded by spiteful, hate-filled people who have hung him on a cross, Jesus' words are staggering in their mercy, grace, and love. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Even as Jesus is suffering on the cross, he has no anger, no bitterness, no rage, no spite towards those who surround him. As he dies on the cross, even as his body is washed in waves of agony, his heart is still so full of love. For they are the reason why he died. The broken humanity that despises God, that mocks God, that blasphemes and pokes fun at God. This is why he now hangs upon the cross. For it's love for broken humans like them that took him to the cross. It's that took him there, and it's out of love that he now speaks. Father, forgive them. They're broken. They're lost. They're like sheep without a shepherd, lost without me, lost without a relationship with you, Father. And so you see, it's love for broken humans like you and me that also took Jesus to the cross. We are the reason why he hung on that cross. The brokenness in me, the sin in me, the rebellion in me. It's out of love for you and for me that Jesus went to the cross. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. In this simple sentence, these simple words, the heart of the cross is revealed. Because the cross is an act of mercy, because forgiveness cancels a debt that could never be repaid. The cross is an act of grace, because grace gives what someone doesn't deserve. The cross is an act of love, because only those who love are prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice. So how then do we respond? How should we respond to this love, such love, expressed in such grace and mercy to us? Well, firstly, in faith and in hope, trusting in God for forgiveness ourselves. But secondly, also in awe and wonder at the goodness of God to each one of us. Thirdly, in love and worship, as our heart's response to the God whose love for us is beyond anything that we will ever truly comprehend. But fourthly, in this simple sentence, Jesus also provides us with a model of prayer. And it's a model of prayer for those times when we've been hurt by others, for those times when we too have been wronged. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 44, "Love your enemies and bless those who persecute you." Jesus lived this out on the cross and calls us to live this out in our own lives too, as he forgave those who had treated him so badly, so he calls us to love and to bless those who have wronged us. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. This doesn't excuse others' sins, but choosing to forgive releases us from the cancer of resentment and bitterness that unforgiveness can cause in each one of our hearts. As it's often said, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. So as we reflect on Jesus' words today, let's also follow his example and make that conscious choice to forgive those who have wronged us.